All right. Well, it's great to have you here today, Mr. Barnett. Thank you for your time and your perspective. And I guess, if you don't mind just starting off by introducing yourself, what is your name and what do you do?
Sure. Nice to see you, Adam. I'm Alan Barnett, CEO, founder of Barlink. We are a inventory supply chain management product for the hospitality industry. We manage liquor and beer as they move it through their supply chain and help them use it more efficiently and become more profitable. Founded the company in 2013. Spent 5 or 6 years in development, beta testing, and then found myself along the way from technical founder into salesman, which was not the role that I thought I was going to do when I grew up. I like creating things, building things for customers, and then I found myself sitting in front of customers trying to explain to them why they needed to buy my product. And lo and behold, not everybody said yes, which was shocking and hurtful. And a little bit like a dagger in your heart every time somebody sees your baby and says, "Oh, that's really cool, but it's not for me."
And you're not alone there, Alan.
Yeah, it's a technical founder problem. Like you, I spend my days thinking about how to make my baby great, and not everybody understands what I do. So the sales process was tough for me. I struggled. I got no's when there should have been yeses. I could see how I could help people when they just didn't understand it. So I reached out and I found Adam. And when I found you, I would say disheartened. And then immediately you came in and you looked at what we did. You looked at what my customers' needs were. You looked at how we messaged the solution and revamped it. And you went out and you A/B tested different things. You revamped our email marketing. You revamped the way we pitch to people in person and helped me streamline the process. The best thing as a founder of a company to understand is that you may know your product really well, but you don't know every area of every business of your business real well. So bringing in an expert who you can see immediately fills the holes in your knowledge is a great relief. So the first thing that I think I appreciated was having you walk in and say, "Alan, here's what we're going to do, and here's how we're going to solve your problem." And just setting up the process, seeing the process work as you explained to me. This is going to be the first couple of months, the second couple of months, and here's how we're going to grow the business. Seeing it unfold as you had predicted, I just felt like I was getting what I paid for. By the time we had been through our first course together, well, you made yourself sort of indispensable. But we had gone from literally networking our way into meetings with business owners to a marketing program, to emailing our way through a sales funnel into people that were interested in our product. And it felt like just picking low-hanging fruit instead of always reaching for the hardest ones, which is just a much more efficient way to sell. Again, as a technical guy, I didn't understand this. This is just not what I do. And so you got us from mom and pop shops to Hilton, Hyatt, Marriott, which was a pretty tremendous step forward from where we were. And lo and behold, we're a business. So the short of it is, I needed you. You came in at the right time, knight in shining armor, acted fast, if I could use a pun. And so here we are, thriving, no small part thanks to ACT Consulting.
I really appreciate you, Alan. And I guess, I don't even think I have questions that could follow up all that. That was awesome. Really appreciate you. I mean, I guess the sales process, though, evolved quite a bit, right? And then was there anything specifically that kind of exceeded your expectations, if anything at all, when we were working together in the first, 2-3 months?
Well, again, the summary of that is I didn't realize how much I didn't know. And I knew I didn't know what I was doing in the sales space. I knew there were products out there. I knew there were systems, and I don't know how to choose. I don't know what software I need. I didn't know where to really build that piece of the business. I just knew my product and how to build it for customers. Where you really exceeded was just the peace of mind for me not having to worry about it. I felt like I was in good hands, and I felt like That's why you hire somebody, because if you're going to be the CEO, that's the guy, not the guy that does everything. That's the guy that hires the people that know how to do things. And so that's where I felt a greatest sense of teamwork with you, was just having you on board, and it felt good knowing that the sales were coming in as you predicted. And we appreciate having you. So thanks.
I appreciate the kind words. And I guess last but not least, I mean, what would you say to a company that was considering working with me and the team over here? How would they, what would you share with them to help them make that decision one way or another?
Short of it is, don't hire Adam, because I need him back for my next business. But the long of it is, yes. I've noticed one way that you work well is you just try them out, and you get to know the product and engage in a limited way. And then one day you wake up and you just feel great about it and you engage further. So it doesn't have to be a life commitment. It is just try the product. And if you like what they do, then it's because everybody's making money, and that's kind of why we're here. So, what do you got to lose? Time.
And that is the lever that we pull on, right? I mean, our expectation is we're going to help you figure it out much more rapidly than if you were going to figure it out on your own. And I think, some of the things you said today support that. So I really appreciate you, Alan. And, I love Barlink, obviously. I think it's an amazing company, and I'm glad to be involved in a limited capacity. And yes, that next project I'm really excited about. So can't wait till this one gets a little bit further off the ground. But thank you again for your time. I really appreciate it. And I love working with you. I love you, man. So
right on, man. All right. Well, thank you very much, and keep up the great work. Remember, act fast, act first.
My pleasure. Thank you.
That's a new slogan. Bye.